Hey, this is Matt with St. Bonaventure University Cyber 501, Week 7's Lab 7.2, where we're going to be doing some steganographic command and control for like a botnet, right? So the example here used was Adrian Crenshaw's post, just done around 2010, using Snarlbot and Twitter and a couple of different methods for kind of hiding your commands within plain sight. That's steganography, which is one of my favorite hobbies, actually. So you've got a few examples here, like least significant bit, hiding things in an image, or using different font type. I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm also not going to use Snarlbot. I wrote something of my own that we'll see if it works out, right? So here's my topology. I have a victim PC with a botnet application that I've written. It's going to run commands received from the Stego response. I have a cloud commander, which is going to contain a message in plain sight. My cloud commander is going to actually be GitHub. I'm going to use a gist in GitHub, which is like a paste bin area. So that's what's going to be my Stego location. So the victim PC will regularly make requests to the GitHub, and that will get a response. Now, the victim PC will then also communicate with what I have is called the Cloud Ops, which is basically a bot that's managing. And then that's going to send data to me on a command platform, which is going to be in the dark web or Discord. And I'll be able to see these things. I'll be able to make changes to my commands. I'll show you how this works. From the last lab, we have Hacker Kitty here. That's going to be our application. And just to make things interesting, I've created this double key cipher a few years ago, which is nearly uncrackable. And I added to it for a base 64 option. So it will give a base 64 string that we can use. And then we're going to paste that into GitHub, into a gist file, and call it license key. So the communication will look like a process on the victim's machine. Look like it's just checking a license key, which is pretty common. All right. So I've turned a flag on my botnet app to echo response, right? So it's going to open up it's not going to run silently. So when we run this, it's going to run in the shell. We're going to see it running, so we can see what it's doing. And over here, we have Discord, where we're going to listen for our bot to communicate with Discord to tell us things are online. Status code, machine online, Santos, Windows NT, Win32 with a session ID. Now I give it a session ID because if I want to communicate with this specific machine, I can tell it to do so. In this case, it's the only one we have online, so we're just going to communicate with every machine. So the first thing we're going to want to do is right now it's just idling and checking on a default idle response right there. Okay, so it's just checking on a default cron. So we want to speed this up for this lab. So here's what I'm going to do. It takes JSON commands. So here's my command. It's called cron. I'm going to give it a cron. It's going to start checking every 10 seconds. We're going to run here in my cipher. And I'm going to get myself some base 64. We're going to edit the license key. For some reason, the license key in Firefox, there, or the text, the gist text, doesn't update right away. So update that, and where it's watch. So the default cron of this app, I think, is 30 seconds. I'm going to have it run it every 10. So as soon as 30 seconds comes through, and I think it's on every 30, not, there we go. Boom. So the cron's now been set to 10 seconds. So now it's going to start checking every 10 seconds for a new command. This is kind of active mode. Here's something. We'll see if we can annoy. So annoy is a little annoying thing that I designed in the code. Get our base 64. Edit the license key. This would be like doing a tweet. So let's see if it picks up. Now I don't know if... Oh, I don't have my PCs. Oh, there it goes. So I'm just firing off the Windows alert sound. I did it 4 times. So you can see I have ability to do all sorts of things on the victim machine. Here's another one. Let's just open a browser. Oh, want to paste in our ciphertext. Get our result base 64. The other good thing about base 64 is it's HTML safe. I can do all sorts of different characters in here, and it will decode the JSON nice and pretty on the back end. So this one I haven't tested yet, so let's see if it works. We're already at 6 minutes, but I'm having fun here. And boom, I was able to open without hands-free. Open my website on the victim computer. Just popped it right open, right? And then let's do the last one here. What would a botnet be if we couldn't, ping of death something? And you'll see what I've got going on here is you can actually pipe commands. So I've got 2 commands. I'm going to set the cron back to every 2 minutes, slow it down a little bit, and we're going to ping Google 10 times. Right, so edit our license key text. Oh, can't do that. I gotta ciphertext it first. Update. As you can see, pinging Google. 9, 10, done pinging. Sent 10 pings to Google. You can see if we had a ton of these set up and started pinging a victim, that'd be a true botnet. And then I can kind of see in real time what's happening on a victim machine. It would kind of get spammy if I sent the replies all the time. That's why, if you notice in the commands, reply true or false. It doesn't always have to. I don't want to know if I've got 10,000 machines on here pinging all at the same time. All right, just so, and this is in kind of debug mode, but it can run silently. It would never even be aware that it's running on the victim machine. So there you have it. This is my little botnet that I've run. Victim PC, Cloud Commander, Cloud Ops, and my kind of platform to see what's going on in real time, which is using Discord. And a few other commands that I have, shell, so I can tell to open a reverse shell on a victim machine given the session, and so I could actually that's embedded in this program, is there's a couple different shell types that I can try. So I could open a shell and it would tell me, hey, you got a shell at this IP. I could do that. I also have a channel command, which can tell me to change the channel, right? So let's say I want to split this victim off from this end line and say, hey, switch to a different gist, maybe one called version.txt on a different user account, or maybe even I can tell it to go to Twitter and change the format, right? I can tell it to look for something else like an image. So there's a number of different things that we can do by changing the channel. So let's say I have 10,000 machines on a botnet and I want to split 5,000 of them off. I could probably say like, hey, you 5,000 here, go listen to this other channel. And then obviously idling. We can tell it to idle and just kind of ping on the default cron every so often for a command, right? And otherwise do nothing. So that's it. There's my my Stego botnet and my website and my double key cipher. So that's it. That's Lab 7.4. Ran a little over, but you know, just being creative and having fun with this one. It was a good class. Good luck, everybody, with the rest of your studies.